Please, Per, you are online and the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. And first, I would like to thank you to the Swedish Chamber of Commerce for hosting this event. And for me, sitting here in my daughter's bedroom, I have to say also that I'm quite jealous of you who are able to meet in person there at location. Hopefully, we will be out of the woods fairly soon, so this fall. Hopefully, we can start doing these things in person instead. As mentioned, my name is Per Nordkvist. I'm the Deputy Executive Director of Banking and also the head of the Innovation Center at the Swedish Financial Supervisory Authority. I would first like to show you, talk briefly about Finansinspektionen, or the Swedish FSA, our mandate. Since we are the financial regulator of Sweden, we have quite a few different mandates, which are to promote a stable financial system with a high level of consumer protection, and also ensuring well-functioning markets, and that the financial markets are promoting sustainable development. This last mandate is just a few years, is new from a few years back, but very, very important to us. What you can see here is that we do not have a mandate actually to promote financial innovation. However, since it's so important for consumers and also companies to have good financial products, we derive that from our mandate of well-functioning markets. So therefore, we have an innovation center, which we have had since end of 2017, so a few years now, that we are trying to promote a sound innovation on the Swedish market, and that the innovation should not come to the expense of the consumer or the environment. I'm going to talk a bit about some current trends, and then one thing that is a bit more down the road. But I think that a good way to start this presentation is just to mention the EU digital strategy. Last year, the European Commission launched this strategy, which is quite ambitious and has a lot of initiatives in it that's going to take place over the next couple of years. And of course, a lot of it is centered around creating a digital single market within the European Union for financial services. In doing this, you want to promote a technology-neutral regulation that is in the interest of the consumers and the companies of the European Union. So you're looking at quite wide range of regulations coming out from this strategy. And also to be able to do this, you want to promote a more data-driven innovation, which is kind of like the Payment Services Directive 2 or PSD2, but on the entire finance space, so more of open finances to come. But in doing this, you also want to make sure that you address the risks that are coming with this innovation. So the regulation that is coming, it's not just promoting innovation, it's also making sure that the risks are handled in a correct manner. But if you are to look into the imaginary crystal ball of seeing what the future beholds, I think the EU digital strategy is a good way to start. Because, as I said, it's quite ambitious and it has quite a lot of initiatives that are already taking place. One of these current examples, and very concrete, are the crypto assets and the blockchain technology initiatives that have been released earlier this year that are now being negotiated. Ever since Bitcoin was launched, a few years back, it has always been said that there are uncertain rules and weak consumer protection, and the risks of anti-money laundering or money laundering is large. That is still true. And we, as many other financial regulators, have issued warnings over the years for consumers to invest in these assets. We did this again this year in February or March. We released a report where we warned consumers about the risks with financial instruments with crypto assets as underlying assets. And this report is also available in English on our website. So if you're interested in that, you can go on there and read it. On the other hand, it's very important to differentiate between crypto assets and the blockchain technology. The blockchain technology offers interesting benefits, but the current regulation within the European Union is outdated and is not possible to apply to blockchain technologies. So therefore, the European Commission last year launched an initiative where they want to create two new regulations, actually. One is called MiCA, the markets in crypto assets, and also a pilot regime for market infrastructures. Well, if you start with the MiCA, we as a regulator welcome it. We welcome the regulation, but it's not going to solve all our concerns. Crypto assets will still remain unsuitable for most, if not all, consumers. This is because the regulation is not regulating the actual cryptocurrencies. It's regulating all the actors around the crypto assets, but crypto assets of nature is so decentralized that you can't really regulate them. So a lot of the issues is going to be there still, even when the MiCA is in place. And if you have read the news for these past couple of months, you've also been made aware of the environmental impact that some of these assets have, especially those that have proof of work concepts behind them. And that is not something that we workable for the future, considering our mandate of promoting a sustainable economy as well. The DLT pilot is very interesting since it's creating a formal sandbox across the European Union. And I think with regard to this technology, this is a very good step, because here now the participants can try this in a more safer environment. And we as a regulator have a big use in this as well, that we can learn from more on-hands operations from these actors. So I think this is a very important step and very good move from the European Commission. So crypto assets is very much here now. You can't almost read a newspaper without seeing how Bitcoin moved the last day. But we have to look a bit more forward as well. One area that is developing quite rapidly as well, but perhaps not quite as fast as we would like in Europe. The use of AI can have great benefits within the financial sector and lead to a more productive business model and better, cheaper, and more suitable financial products for consumers. However, at the moment, the EU is lagging behind other large jurisdictions, mainly China and the US, and partly this is because of legal uncertainty around artificial intelligence within the Union. And this is also something then that the Commission wants to change, and just recently in April actually presented a proposal for an Artificial Intelligence Act. That is, I guess, the main component of this is to enable more investments in artificial intelligence with a more human-centric approach, which beholds all the European values of integrity and such, which we might feel are lacking in, for example, the Chinese versions of this. And it's a very interesting proposal. It's quite a new approach, that it's very far-reaching and broad approach, but also at the same time it's risk-based. So you have these 4 categories of risks of AI models. And if you are on the number 2 there, the high risk, you are fully regulated, and the whole regulation is enforced for you. For the financial market, that is going to be the credit scoring or credit assessments for consumers. So in that space, this is going to be very, very interesting. And then on level 3 and 4, you have a reduced level of regulation, but you have some transparency and information requirements, so that the consumer always should be aware that it's interacting with a artificial intelligence program. And all of this is, of course, just to focus on creating the trust and regulatory certainty regarding AI within the European Union. Currently in the Swedish market, we do not see that much artificial intelligence on the outside towards the consumer. I guess there's more of this within companies, and you use different types of artificial intelligence within the company, but we haven't quite seen yet towards the consumer. But of course, we're looking forward to this for the next couple of years. And then again, just to summarize my few minutes I have, the digital strategy is a very good way of looking into the crystal ball. Many areas are on the way, and we as an industry, both Finansinspektionen as a regulator and you as the industry, have a lot of important work ahead of us to ensure a sound and proper, innovative financial market that's going to be competitive, create jobs, at the same time as it's providing the consumers and the citizens of Europe with the financial products that we all need and that we all want. That's a very quick view of what I see coming in the future on the regulatory side, and I look forward to participating in the panel here a little bit later on today. So I'm going to give the word back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Per. Thank you very much.